A very good morning and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We continue to take a look on what is happening in the nation Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. Nick Mangwana announces the continuous inquiry which is happening at the Harare City Council, and they have gone for years without audit. This is since 2020 up to this like that. Let us take a look onto this story. He says Harare City Council has gone without an audit for its financials since 2020, contravening basic corporate governance tenets. This was reviewed at the ongoing commission of inquiry of the municipality. Councillor George Mujajati, chairperson of the HR committee, said the audit committee was used as a tool to settle personal scores. So this is something very important when we are dealing with the issues of corporate governance. There are two areas of importance. Number one, there is what is called internal audit. Number two, there is what is called external audit. Both of them, they are very important when it comes to the issues of better governance, accountability, and transparency. Internal audit, it comprises of audit team within the Harare City Council itself. The major question is, do we have an internal audit team at the Harare municipality? If we have them, Harare City Council, not municipality, if we have them at the Harare City Council, then the major question is, what are they doing? Why are they being paid if they're not doing anything? Let us hear from this manager so that we get to the conclusion.
It's non-functional, it's not functioning.
You have no internal oversight.
It is not functioning as it should be. That's why, for example, we would have a scenario whereby Harare City Council's audits for 2021 have not yet been done.
To date.
Yes.
So that's another deficiency we've seen together.
Yeah, which I think should have been, the oversight should have been practiced by audit committee.
But it's not being done.
It's not being done.
And the people that are not doing it are the councillors themselves. They're not exercising their roles to which they've been assigned.
It would be because yes.
We agree on that.
I agree with you.
So the HR committee is where I'm going to next, which is where you currently are. You obviously have oversight on the human capital side of things. You obviously should know.
So this is strange because audit is supposed to be done. Audit is supposed to be happening, but it's not. So I'm going to explain how this affects the opposition politically and the strategy being used right here. If you remember, from 2019, Nelson Chamisa ceases to be the official leader of the opposition. Douglas Monzora takes over the MDC, the MDC Alliance, and the councillors and the MPs. And they neglected these issues from 2021. So maybe the last year is 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, up to 2024. There is nothing happening for all those years. So the councillors were supposed to be the ones who were pushing these audits to be happening, but it's not happening. Also, the administration of the council, which is appointed by the minister, who is a ZANU-PF person, has not been pushing these activities to happen. So it's another deficiency. So if you put it, the blame will be given to the council itself and to the councillors. They are the ones who are going to be blamed. And remember, Nelson Chamisa has not been in charge for those years. Then fast forward to 2022, we see Nelson Chamisa's councillors coming in. We have seen them raising these issues, but nothing happening, no push from those involved. We have gone fast forward to the elections in 2023. We have seen Nelson Chamisa being dismantled again soon after the elections, rendering him not able or effectively to fight for these things to be corrected. So right now, what Emerson Mnangagwa is aiming at is this report is going to say this council has not been run properly, which means they want to remove all the councillors. They will render them useless and ineffective. If you listen to the video which I played, the blame was being cast on the councillors, which means they will say there is no need for us to have councillors when the councillors are ineffective and are not doing anything. So these councillors, they will debate, but decisions will be made by the executive. So this is where we have a problem. The councillors and the mayor, they might agree, but decisions shall be made by the executive whether to implement or not. And that brings the problem. So if you take a look onto all this whole issue, then you would understand that this was calculated, well calculated for a very long time. And there is a possibility that the team in the Harare City Council, the councillors, they are going to be dismantled, because once a conclusion is made by this commission of inquiry to say these councillors are ineffective, they might take over the council, and it is run by commissions, and then the councillors are out effectively. So this is a strategy being used by ZANU-PF to try and take over control of Harare City Council, and there's a great possibility that they will try by all means possible to inject as much money as possible, so as to try and give a clear, a different picture of better governance from ZANU-PF. So this is what they are trying to do, but we'll wait to see how everything is going to end, because corruption always takes a center stage in the government of this country called Zimbabwe. Because remember, in the urban areas, it's not about the councillors, it's about the people who are appointed the executives. These are the people who have the problem. What was the Ministry of Local Government doing? Okay, how about when you chef kwa camera? My ministry has had clean audit reports year after year. Okay, this is what Nick Mangwana has said. So where is the Ministry of Local Government? 4 years all being done, and the Ministry of Local Government is quiet. Where is the Auditor General? Because the Auditor General's first primary source is the internal audit. So the external audit cannot do audit without the internal audit reports. This is where we have a problem, which means Ivo vana Mnangagwa ne vamwe vese, they are absolved in this whole issue, and they cannot blame the councillors. So this is Team Zimbabwe. We wait to see what is going to happen. We wait to see the outcomes of this committee, which has been set up so far. So this is what is happening. The major aim is to take over the Harare City Council from the opposition. The councillors will be rendered useless, and they will then run through commissions. They will be running 6 months, and they bring another one for 6 months, another one for 6 months, up until elections come. This is a strategy for takeover of Harare City Council. Probably that can spread, or that may spread to other places and other cities. Again, thank you very much for coming. Let us meet